Hello and welcome to another edition of Draw Along with Dan. I'm Dan Lietha, cartoonist, and today we're going to draw a Triceratops head. Now, in other videos, I've been using these copyright-free websites for my reference, and you can find a lot of really great stuff there, but I thought, I've got a lot of cool stuff around my house too. So, I love dinosaurs. I've got a bunch of dinosaur models around the house, and so I chose one for our topic this morning for our reference. Took a photo of it myself on my phone, and so here it is. So let's break this down into simple shapes that we can understand, and then we'll draw a cartoon version of it. I'm going to start out with a circle right there. You see where that jaw goes, and then up to the top. I think that's a good way to start understanding this. And then the nose, the snout goes out like that. And then we're going to draw a curve around this way. And then the back, that crest part that goes out. We're going to draw a line right there on where this cheek, there's like a cheek shape right there. And then this part comes out, and then it curves around. So that's the basic shape of that part right there. Now there's a structure that this thing has right there with the crest going right into the horn, and then there's actually it does the same type of thing on the other side. And then the horn is right here. The base is right above the eye. And then sometimes when I do shapes like this, I'll draw like a line down the middle, and then I'll start here, and then that's an easy way. You make a guide for yourself first. There we go. And then I'll do the same thing for the other side. So you get the flow of the shape, and then you start skinny at the top, and then get thicker as you go down. There we go. Now there's an eye, brow, and then the eye area right here. All right. The nostril, like this ridge right there, and then the actual nostril for it itself. Just the triangle type shape for the horn on the nose. And then for the mouth, let's draw a line across here, and then curve a line here, and then that curves around there. It's got a beak on the Triceratops. That does not mean it's related to birds. There we go. And I think that breaks it down pretty well to all the basic shapes. The neck attaches right there. And then if you want to continue the basis of the body right about there, I think is where the... So there's our basic shape breakdown. So let's make this head disappear. And I'm going to put a smaller one up in the corner there for my reference. But we're going to take this... this breakdown and shrink it down and put it down there so we can refer to that too. All right, let's do our Triceratops cartoon drawing. Now we started out with a circle, and then the snout, you got to go down a little bit, and then over, and then right at the bottom of the circle, over, and it's got this curve to the front. We can block this all in, and then the crest in the back. Oops. Let's do the line down the middle of the cheek, that cheek line, because that's where that crest attaches to. And around. I think I'm going to have to move this down a little bit just for space. There we go. All right, and then the eyebrow area goes right about here. And then that cheek part sticks out like that. The mouth line goes right there. The basis for the horns, the base right there. And then that structure line right about there. Now the neck part right there. And you know, you can feel free to exaggerate some things, because just because it's that way in the reference doesn't mean you have to draw it that way. So I'm going to draw like the base for the nose horn. I'm going to draw a bigger one. Let's see, I'm going to do that. Correct that line right there. So there we go. Make it look a little more substantial. Hey, I'm the artist. I can do that, right? And then curve the line around for the mouth. The bottom one looks like a little more straight across. And then the way that they've made this, you can't see this in the fossils, but they've got the skin going right there. Then the nose, nostril. And now our eye goes right here. And then the horns, again, like that, and then the other one behind it like that. And then start thin at the top and get thicker as you go down to the bottom. My horns might be a little shorter. I made the nose a little bit bigger, the nose horn, and then the bigger horns up on top, smaller. I can make them thicker though. There we go. See, even complex things aren't so complex when you break them down. Now the top of this, I didn't break this down, but it has kind of like a frilly type of thing there going on. So we can do that. And I think that's about all I'm going to do for the basics here. Let's make that go back and lighten that. And then we can ink our Triceratops on the top of that. So get your markers out, your ink pens, and I'm going to change my color to black. And here we go. I want to start with the eye ridge. And then right here's that line for the nose. Goes up and meets the part for the horn. Come around. And then stop right there. And then I'm going to draw the like the corner of the mouth and then up. Now it's got some wrinkle lines here which are kind of cool, so I'm going to put some wrinkle lines there. And then this continues down like the flesh part where the bone sticks out. Bottom of the beak, and then up and around. And then the top of the beak, or the bottom jaw beak, I don't know what you call that. There we go. He's got a little bit of a tongue showing there, so we'll put a little tongue in there. And then I'm going to draw like an indication for the other side of the mouth, the other side of that beak, in shadow. There we go. Some more wrinkle lines here. And then this comes around, and I'm going to fill this in a little bit. Put like on the jawline, right up to where the crest is. the neck. And there's some wrinkle lines here. Some indication of shadow type of thing. Give it some shape there. And the cheek line area. Now that's a line, but I want to draw some lines like that, and then come out. And some of them have like a bone sticking out right there. So draw that. Come back, and then we're gonna go like this to all those bumps. Where it goes out, I'm gonna go in. Okay, so that one's kind of like a little weird, but we're gonna make a pattern like this. I'm not quite following my sketch there, but then that allows us to go like this. And you get those bony things sticking out. That goes around. And then the crest comes down. And you've got that structure part right there. This comes up. And then that's where the horn on the other side is going to attach. Right there. And then we can just follow our horn line up to the tip. And then back down. And then the other side, right about here. Up. And down. And I want to make the bases kind of poke out a little bit right there from the other side, the base of that horn on the far side. Our nostril. Dinosaurs can't live if they don't breathe, so let's draw in a nostril right here. And then some indication of where it goes in. And then even a little ridge on the bottom right there. And then I'm going to draw a couple detail lines right here. You know that that beak, it's got a particular texture in the way that it looks in the model, but I'm going to draw some other like beak lines like this. Give it more of a bony texture. Notice I'm making my lines thinner. If you can do that, then do that. And then we're going to draw like these ridge lines here, again to make it look more like a bony texture. And inside the mouth, that tongue would be in shadow. There we go. And then the nose horn. Around like that. And let's add some of that bony ridge type stuff for the horn. In fact, what you can do here to make that a little bit different, if we have the time, is kind of have this like little details on those ridges to give them some shape. And then you could figure out where the shadow is on there and do that a little bit more in the darker areas of that that horn. All right, so let's add some little ridge lines here. Don't want to get too detailed this morning, but in fact, it's morning where I'm drawing. I don't know what time you're watching this video, but this horn in the back would have some more shadow to it, since it's in the back. So there we go. Add some little slight detail there. That'd be the dark part of the horn. And then just a a little bit on this horn right here. Now again, with that eye, I could go either realistic or I could go cartoon. And with the same exact inking for the face, the head, you can change the whole attitude of the, put some detail on these guys too. Just a little bit. And then, like an indication there. Some roundness here to give some depth to that. See how those little lines help? And then there's some shadow here too. So I'm just gonna indicate it like that. And then on the body, on the underneath, there would be a bigger shadow here. Cross-hatching is a fun thing to do. All right, so that's about all the detail I'm going to put in there. Now the eyes. Now we're gonna make this a nice friendly Triceratops. So he doesn't have the ability to, of course, to do this, but if you put a line like that underneath the eye, it automatically makes the eye look friendly. It makes it a smiling eye. All right, and then this Triceratops is looking back at you. Got that shine in its pupil. And there we are. We've got our Triceratops. Let's make the sketch part go away. Oop, not that one, that one. And then we finish our drawing by signing it. And Lietha. Check out my website and all kinds of good stuff there. And I hope you enjoyed today's Draw Along with Dan. Give me a like and subscribe and tell your friends, and join me Monday through Friday at noon for more Draw Along with Dan. Thanks for watching.